Sorry. I'm a big fan.
I think you just shut your window though. Yeah.
I'm a David versus Goliath fan. And, yeah, no? I'll share with you a product in the Delta lineup that's exactly what you're talking about, touch technology. It's something that consumers have given me, like, understanding I'm not a Delta faucet representative. I'm somebody who deals with the end user. But, I've got mixed discussions on. I know that we do move quite a few of them. How do I get back to the main page? That's where I messed up.
Oh, no. Now you're back to the Delta main?
Yeah, you just get back to the main page. Thanks, appreciate it.
What you're missing is the toolbar at the top with the arrow to go back.
That's what's scaring me. A faucet that's got touch technology. Mixed reviews on it. You bump the faucet, it turns on. You bump the faucet, it turns off. Typically what people do when they're using it, and they do like it, is they'll leave the heat mix in a certain spot. So we have the same type of wand. We'll take that wand and turn it to a spot that we're commonly going to like medium hot, whatever that happens to be. But you bump the faucet and the faucet will come on. You touch it anywhere on the faucet, it'll come on. You touch it again, it shuts off. Now the mixed drawback to that is, I'm doing dishes, I got my hands all soapy, I just want to move it over to the other basin. I touch the faucet and it shuts off. So it can be, it takes some getting used to, but everyone sort of come back. People like it, come back and go, it's a retraining process. Somewhere up 1 month use, love it, never be without it. And we've had the same faucet in homes where people say, you know what, I don't want to learn how to use the kitchen faucet again. Let's go with something else. Let's see if I can find that for you.
See the shower head that flipped by very quickly? It's got a U shape on the outside and then the removable shower head on the inside.
Yeah, it was neat.
I looked that one up.
Yeah, that one didn't look like it could be low flow.
Yeah, this is the touch
You can turn it.
One or the other.
One or the other.
Yeah. Sounds like your toilet option.
That's right. Let's see what this is going to tell us here. Now multi-flow provides temporary increase of flow. Look at that. Multi-flow.
Getting
Should have
close.
coined it. Multi-flow, temporary increase of flow up to 1.75. Let's see here. Touch 2.0. I don't want to specifically show us what touch 2.0 is. Well, maybe we'll divert from that. But the answer is, apparently on both sides they're thinking right with you. A variable flow capacity and also touch faucet. Yeah.
Well, there goes my early retirement.
Yeah, I've had lots of those great ideas that turn out they've already been coined.
Yeah.
In fact. Any other questions?
What was the shower head you said?
Oh,
Yeah, you showed a shower head that looked like it was 2 parts.
there's
Back on the main page?
a U shape on the outside of it, and on the inside was the normal kind of shower head. So it looked like you could take the interior one and just use it as a handheld.
Where did we see that?
It was right at the very opening page.
On the main page.
Click that back here. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I might have
Chances
gone
are
there.
that it's a,
It's probably a flash.
it's flash or random, different things will pop up. Well, it's not rolling, but different things will pop up here.
It might have been the page where you read the corporate description, where Delta is committed to the environment.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, okay, this is the intuition. Again, this product changes faster than I can track. So learn more about intuition to one shower head. Let's all learn together. Oh, I saw this at a show and I thought this was still not going to be out for years. Okay. So intuition, how does it function? How does it dock and undock? Well, it just fits inside of each other. The shower head features an integrated hand shower which can run separately or simultaneously from the shower head, so you can run them both or individually. How does it dock? You undock simply by pulling the integrated shower from the shower head and docking by snapping them back together again. Figured that out. How does the diverter function? The diverter would be one or both. With the lever position on the side of the shower head, you can set your intuition shower to one of three options: shower head, hand shower, combined, shower head only, or hand shower only. So together individually. What's the purpose of the pause function? To pause the water. The pause function of the hand shower reduces the water to a trickle, allowing you to conserve water while doing tasks such as lathering up or shaving legs. That pause function we're seeing on quite a number of shower heads that have got, you know, multifunction. It used to be, you know, sandblast, rip my face off, massage or aerate. That was sort of the options, and now we see this pause showing up quite a bit. That's also encouraging, especially for people, you know, in a holding situation at the lake on an acreage. There's a lot of water gets wasted just while you're lathering up. Get wet, put it to a pause. It'll stay primed. Again, reduces that to a trickle, so we get this where the water's still coming through, so I don't get a cold hot blast again as water cools in the pipes. It'll stay primed and trickling. Do your lather, pop it back on again, rinse off. So that's encouraging. And again, that's more water consumption, but a different avenue.
I wonder what the trickle rate is. A lot of the on-demands have a relatively high threshold where they'll, if you reduce it to a trickle to shave, it'll be cold, even if it's just the hot.
You know, and that's interesting because, you know, you would think as sophisticated as we are, we've run into that problem. We being manufacturer, you know, I run into it because I hear about it. We run into that problem where there's, you know, a certain amount of pressure that's required to open up the switch to fire an on-demand tank. And originally, some of these on-demand tanks' threshold was lower than the 1.5 gallon per minute shower heads, and so they went. That's an issue. I understand as it is. It's the tankless manufacturers that have stepped up on that one, because at the end of the day, we're not going to start to use more water. That's an undeniable trend that's going. They had to adapt to, so that's starting to happen. But you're right. You know, I can name names. I know that, you know, Bosch, Takagi, all these guys who are producing the early tankless stuff were, you know, again, that's education. But you're right, good key point. You know, those are the kind of things that hiccup when we're all trying to change. You know, you've got to change together.
One of the things that I was intrigued, I went to Germany to study passive house construction, and one of the things I was really intrigued with was their water distribution systems from the hot water heater and how they were, you know, the manifolds and all that. Is that something Frontier does, or is that?
Well, I mean, where it comes down to how the water lines are actually run through the home, that's usually up to the individual contractor. So those are good questions to ask. I mean, it's so unfortunate that so much of the onus ends up on the homeowner to educate themselves. You know, and for that reason, I applaud everybody for taking time out on Tuesday night to come and do it. Because otherwise, and you know, I can share with you from 10 years of in the building industry, there's no thought that goes into that. It's style. And that's how all the faucets in the home were decided. You know, I like the style of that. There was no real consideration for, you know, water consumption, for the functionality of it. It was just, you know, the style. And as far as how the plumber puts it in, now you're talking about, you know, the difference between having what they refer to loosely as a home run system, where you have manifolds that'll bring hot water to individual things, or all to one pot. Yeah, that's a different methodology, and there are benefits to both ways of doing it. You know, Germany is quite frankly 20 years ahead of us on materials and methodology.
If I understand it rightly, the guy his English was poor when he was explaining it, but if it was a short run, you could use a manifold. If it was a long run, you had to have a continuous little hot water is going through the system continuously.
You need what's called a hot water recirc line.
Recirculator.
So, right. But again, that's more of a comfort decision. You know, is it an environmentally wise decision? No.
He was saying it was environmental because you didn't have to turn the hot water on for 10 minutes to let the house
environmentally, from a water stewardship, I agree,
yeah.
But understand it's an electric pump that runs thermostatically all the time. Yeah. So what the methodology there is saying, okay, I've got a bathroom that is, you know, way far away from where we've got our hot water heater. So that, you know, and it's really is a comfort decision. And this is where this has come from. Someone goes up there and they go, well, geez, you know, I got to turn on the hot water and I got to stand around and do a tap dance until finally got hot water at the shower. And so what they started to do was they would take a line and they would run a hot water recirc line. So we'd have a line all the way to that shower, maybe a small manifold at that bathroom, so a direct line from the water heater to that bathroom, and then you would have a valve that would allow that to run back again. And so you could basically keep the river running by, so you always had hot water primed up there. Certainly more convenient, but there's two negatives to it. The positive is that you're not wasting water down the drain while you're waiting for that comfort water. Again, it's a comfort decision. Comfort water to get to the bathroom. The negative to it is that you're using more energy and you're heating your water, because by running water continuously through a loop, it's dropping in degrees, right? So we're literally using like a great big cooling circle and then you have to refresh that water using energy. Secondly, you're using an electrically powered pump to continually move that. Now, it's not moving constantly, but I would guess it's moving half the time. So really is a comfort decision again, and I think that, you know, that's got to be an individual decision. Yeah.
Okay. But the short manifold, that would be designed to use less hot water, waste less hot water.
Waste less hot water, that's right. So in a more typical design, you see the benefit would be what they call home run system, where I'll take a bathroom and I'll run hot water lines up to that bathroom. Let's say I take a 3/4 inch line, a larger line up to the bathroom, and I'll have a manifold of 3/4 inch, and then off of that I'll run my 1/2 inch lines. So I always have a higher delivery of water up to that manifold and a very short distance from that manifold to my individual fixtures. So that would be the home run system. Because old style plumbing is way down in the basement, I tie into that hot water line and I string a hot water line all the way over to, you know, the kitchen or the bathroom sink, and I can string another one all the way over to the bathroom tub. And
So what they're planning to do on this house, which I'm starting to wonder if it's the right idea, is 2 hot water heaters. So one in the closet above there and one underneath the bathroom over here, like smaller hot water heaters.
Mm-hmm.